time. It's time when I say it's damn time. I'm serious. Death is gonna get on my nerves. Ugh. In, big guy in. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Human. Okay, let's just see how far off I was. Wow. Yeah, I figured might as well just do it this way. I mean, seriously, how many of you are tired of seeing me look up at a thing? Welcome to part 3 of Sonic.EXE Fiona. Now, I think I'm correct when I say you can't find anywhere in the bio about these two. I mean, I think it was the thing with the robot was over pretty damn quickly. So, I still can't think of anything positive to say. Oh boy. I would even settle for you just complimenting her on a bow. Okay, fine. Her bow is no. Now you have to comment on something else. It has to be positive. And it can't be anything dirty. Get that smile off your face. Jeez. I want vengeance and I want it now. Sadly, I won't permit that. So, welcome to hell, basically. You're going to forbid me from doing what I must? Well, Silver said the same thing in Sonic.EXE, but that timeline's been erased. But the game's still there, ironically. Do you understand what I mean? He still said it. It's just not canon. Yeah, its timeline was erased from existence, people. But really, we still have the game to remember how big of a disaster it was. Now, back to Sonic.EXE Fiona. Now, the last part went on for a big long time because I was trying to explain a situation that was pretty much an episode long. Because it did a pretty piss poor job, I think, on actually describing it. Again, we got some more fan art here. I get most of these pictures from the internet. I can't draw. If I drew this, this would be the single best damn piece of work I've done in my life. And sadly, it would be anthropomorphic animals having kind of a Valentine's Day thing going on. Now, let's do this from Fiona's perspective. Let's continue from where we were last time. Because I'm trying to, get my opinion in by explaining a situation on which this couple might actually spark and where it might actually lead. Because you can't find anywhere in a bio because they were never officially together. Plenty of fan art about it. But Archie never made it happen, sadly. The best ones, best things Sega comes up with, they usually don't let happen. Like, upon watching the playthrough that Brain Scratch Comms did, I watched the entire playthrough, and I noticed something. The story was kind of inconsistent. Like, they kept saying, looks like they did a shitload of work on it. It's not that they worked so much on the graphics and the gameplay that the cutscenes were lacking. It's the reason they're lacking is that I agree with them. It's the fact they probably cut out some of the story. Like, literally, if you make a bunch of cutscenes for a story of a video game, don't cut that out. Cut out, like, the meaningless shit. Like, there's some games where there's a cutscene, like most of the Sonic.EXE cutscenes, where they're standing around doing nothing, say a couple words, do nothing for 10 seconds, then say a couple more things, and on with the game and the excessive load times. Get what I mean? Now, here's what happens. This is what I keep thinking of. I think of, yeah, Valentine's Day rolls around. Know how long it's been? Eh, judging from no evidence whatsoever, I'm going to assume that she's been there for 4 months now. And maybe it was probably maybe the end of fall. Who knows? You don't see any real transition. Like one episode, it could be extremely sunny, and then the next episode in the timeline, it could be snowing, and then oh, all of a sudden it's a blackout, because maybe the sun melted something, you know. Oh boy, Sonic.EXE just does make me yawn, and it's sad that's the only one, the televised show, that Shadow's in. It makes me angry that they messed. No, it was the voice. The voice never bothered me, actually. I prefer the version that Jason Griffith did originally for Shadow. I would have been fine if that's what stayed. What I don't like is they didn't keep it for the show. When the Sonic Adventure 2 adaptation was done, he changed it to the Shadow we all know and love. Now, if that voice was there originally, I wouldn't have minded it. But in a TV show, look, you can keep the Sonic Adventure 2 adaptation voice in the show, but in the games, the thing the people are paying attention to, keep that Shadow voice. I don't care. Look, it's very important to me that the voices stay consistent. Like, for instance, if you know how Tails is voiced by girls, right? Let's just all of a sudden say, oh, Sonic Lost World, he's a boy. Let's just say he turns into a girl. And then the girl voice actor just sounds like a girl again. You know what that would do to me? That would piss me off. That would piss everyone off. Except the stupid furries. I have nothing against furries. You're offered your own opinion. But I'm using you as an example because that's probably what would happen. You would make all this crazy fan art of him being, what is it? Is it transgender? I try to keep this out of my videos, but really? Is that what it called? Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, I can see that. You're going on a random spill. You must have order to this. You're 21, right? Yeah. You act like a 2-year-old. Why, you shut. Silence! Silence, woman! I'm trying to talk here. It's a man talk. I'm a boy. Oh, you're still not a man. Okay. Oh, boy, I want to attack you so badly. Anyway, it's been 4 months. It's Valentine's Day. This kind of stuff on the screen right now rolls around. And Tails wastes no time. Know what Sonic does? This is what she does. She plays hard to get in this fashion. Does she do the fishing game? Thank you, Big, for actually giving some input. No, she does not play the fishing game. She does not play your gameplay. Yeah, we will see Big's gameplay in Sonic Adventure. I'm fine with it. It's kind of awkward to control with a keyboard, but I'm fine with it. What about mine? Well, Amy, for starters, you're slow. Now, your running animation is deceiving. Let's keep it at that. Deceiving? How? Well, you look like you're supposed to be running fast, but you're really slow. And you're kind of, how can I phrase this without being offensive? It's not my fault, okay? Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Off camera. Off mic. They told me to run like that. The camera was always okay. I don't even want to go there. Well, Tails wastes no time. He goes right after Fiona and gives her these bunch of flowers. She does the whole blushing thing, and then she looks at Sonic, and then is kind of disappointed because she was thinking Sonic was gonna do something. But Tails likes her. Yeah, why? You didn't waste any time getting on my knee, did you? Why do you sit like that? Bad habit of mine. With one knee up and the other one down. I'm not even sure where that was going. Okay, little girl. Now, let's just say now, for instance, how mad would you get at Tails for this cream? Very. We're kids. We always get stuff for each other on Valentine's Day. You know, I won't be surprised if Sonic just bolts in here and says, no! This doesn't happen because she was over for Valentine's Day. Like that, like I didn't see a Valentine's Day themed episode, so I can pretty much be like, okay, while they were quote unquote filming, while they were quote unquote filming, you know, like you know how Sonic.EXE, Eggman was literally trying to kill him, right? Well, it would have been funny if Fiona had like a cameo. Like, there's one episode where there's a whole bunch of flickies on the news screen, and then someone has actually paused it and they drew Sally on it because one of them was looked like it could have been Sally, but Sally is not a flicky. Sadly, that would be absolutely strange. But I mean, seriously, is Sonic and Friends the only anthropomorphic animals on that planet? Because I would find that entirely impossible. I mean, you have a couple girls, yeah, but how? Like, Sonic, how did you come into this world if pretty much your friends are the only ones left? And how are you going to have children? And people actually make a joke about Tails having two tails and saying one of them is, well, let's get away from that. Why? Why must Tails do this? Well, because, well, even though you and Tails are a couple, it probably wouldn't happen until you got older. I know. I'm not into Tails. Interesting. Not like that anyway. We're friends. But Fiona does have a kind of a weird way of taking friends away from each other. Yeah, why do you think I can't say anything positive about her? You act like me on most days, and that's not exactly good. Yeah, how do you even get anything done around here, human? Where's the food? Or do you eat it purposely? What? You ate all the damn food, didn't you? Again, my territory! What are you gonna do about Technical difficulty, shadows kicking scourges, ass, la 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 la, taking photos now, la 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 la. Alright, so yeah, Valentine's Day ends. Now, there's a reason I'm kind of jump cutting, because the rest of it is just meaningless crap. You know, Sonic and Friends go to save the day, but at the end of part 1 of the Valentine's Day special, let's just say, for instance, Dr. Eggman's not quite done yet. I mean, Dr. Eggman, literally creates a portal machine. Yeah, you not really like the portal of the game, but he creates this machine that generates a portal, and this portal takes him inside the mansion. He just strolls on up to, he kidnaps everyone but Tails and Fiona. Now here's where the joke comes in. The joke is that not only does Eggman not kidnap these two, because well, Tails is a mechanical genius, but without anyone there to defend him really, and well, he doesn't even know Fiona, so what's she gonna do to him? What does he think she's not gonna do? Because really, in this picture, can you tell that Fiona is kind of the stereotypical lying vixen? I can tell. Hey, you have past experience. I'm talking about, hey, if someone knew nothing of Fiona, knew nothing of the character, and just looked at this picture, could you honestly say that she's evil? Sure, she dresses like that, but just because someone dresses in this fashion, it does not mean they're evil. I mean, she's clearly happy in this picture. Yeah, happy that she's looking for the correct place to slit that knife. Def, you know how hard it is to be around you when I'm trying to be optimistic here? Optimism's not really my thing. That's it. Hey, Def Force, get over here. When were those people in the corner of this room? They've been here the entire time. Uh-oh. Hey, Scourge, you might want to start running. You know his speed's the only thing that's keeping him from us. Let him over here. We'll let him have it. Hey. Dumb, dumber, and dumbest. Why are you here? Their names are Zero, Bluey, and Dan. I know, dumb, dumber, and dumbest, because they came in here uninvited. And that's not a good thing. What do all those buttons do? You never use them. Because I never have to. Ding! Da, 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 da. Electrocuting people now. Da, da, da. I told you. I told you, Death. Ugh. This is hell for you. Because I am God here. Isn't that Sonic.EXE? Well, Sonic.EXE, think of me as him. Because this is my world. Whatever. Can we just complete this review and you can go home? Actually, I'm going to stick around for your LPs. I want to see who this bunny is. She sounds attractive. You do realize that I'm his favorite character and she's his second. He's probably a furry himself. I'll let that go for now. Why? Because it's kind of true? No. That's not true. Let's get back to the subject. So, not only does Eggman, not only does Eggman leave these two, he puts them in the same bed as a joke. And this isn't just in the Japanese version. Let's just say the English version lets this slide. You know? Do you know how funny that would be? To have, like, Eggman have the thing in his mind. It's like, how can I make this more interesting? Oh, I know. They're both foxes. So I'll put them in the same bed together. And to top it all off, he puts rose petals everywhere. And then they wake up in the morning. And it's a what the fuck moment. And then you got like. And then you go watch another video. Not one of mine. And I'm thinking of another person's channel at the moment. Yeah, I like me more Mario too. I like Mario and Sonic, and I don't view them as actually being rivals. Their companies are, but I have a feeling they would enjoy each other's company. It's kind of like you have this guy that with the Sega on his shirt, and then you have a guy from that's the leader of Nintendo, the leader of both companies. They're right across from each other, and they're arguing their asses off. And then you have like Mario and Sonic. We're like, what ridiculous look? No, 1 second. What ridiculous looking fools! Woohoo! So, have you married the princess yet? Have you married yours? That depends on the adaptation of me. Yes and no. Let's go with that. Your world is too confusing. How do mushrooms make you grow bigger? Oh, we'll get into another video. I plan to do a video on, not my opinion, the absolute facts of Sonic versus Mario. Though, what the fuck were they thinking? Wish I knew how to edit. It's so sad. Now, that, like, Tails wakes up first. It's always correct to have the inconfident person wake up first. Because if Fiona woke up first, she'd strangle Tails in his sleep. Because that's kind of the girl Fiona is. You don't ask, you don't get to touch. Yeah, kind of the same way she was with me. Ooh, hey, baby cakes, what's up? Fiona, I'm gonna kill you. I am God here. Holy crap, human, your voice just got scary. I am God here. Okay, human, you can stop it with that. Well then, don't piss me off. Some people say I'm a demon when I get angry. Others, well, I say I can become a little demon when I'm hungry. That's when I'm a monster, when I'm hungry. And I'm kind of hungry right now. Oh, come on. Hey, Fiona. You know what? I got extremely tired of having to wait. So I just went and kidnapped Tails anyway. Oh, did he blush when I entered his home? Hello, Death. Hello, Scourge. Why'd you introduce me second? Because you're more recent, and I want to rub it in his face over there. Hey, at least you went with another fox, right? Am I right? Fiona, if you keep talking, I will come over. Order in the court. What is this, Judge Judy? You watch that show? No. You can't comment then. Shadow, do you watch that show? Hell yes. That's right. Do you know what Judge Judy does? This is what she does. If you piss her off enough, she is going to reward the other person with the cash or with the rights. Wanna know why? Because you pissed her off and she's the judge. I love Judge Judy. Moving on. Well, yeah, Tails wakes up and he's like, well, here's a funny thing Eggman did. It's not enough that they're in the same bed together. They must be handcuffed together. Because couples love this kind of stuff. Am I right? And he's saying this to the camera, but really, he's talking to the robots. But because you can't see the robots' heads, it seems like it's a kind of a breaking the fourth wall thing. Which, ironically, I'm one of those weirdos that prefer it when you have an opportunity to break the fourth wall and you take it. Why do people get so bent out of shape about Sonic breaking the fourth wall? Seriously, it's getting the audience involved. It's Dora the Explorer, except not that bad. Look, Dora does that all the time. You know why it's freaking annoying? Because you can basically time it. And the show's annoying by default. Blue's Clues, however, I could watch right now and be perfectly content. Yes, I still love Blue's Clues to this day. I like it with Steve, not Jeff. I think Jeff's his name. Weird. If I could edit that out and just put it into a compilation video, you laugh your ass off. If it wasn't for my bland voice. Your voice is bland as hell. Quiet. Yeah, jeez, quiet. You could never be quiet about your godly powers. So why should I listen to you now? Oh, quiet, Tails. We'll talk later. You sadistic little girl. I should end you right now. I'm God here. Listen to him. He is God here. He's brainwashed the little girl. No, actually, the little girl adores him. She's adorable, isn't she? Yeah, and you want to face my hammer, do ya? Come on, God, bring it. It's nice to tease my friends. I'm more afraid of the fat guy because he'd probably crush me. I will flatten you with my gut. So unbelievably corny. Brothers, let us take our leave. Good day. Back to the Creators Channel. That was Jeff, everybody. I have a feeling he'll be back. I know he'll be back. I have it in the schedule right here. How do you schedule me? I dare not come back here. Yeah, that's what the person who says I'm not going to have any more drinks says. And then an hour later, they're on the road, and then they get charged with DUI because not only are they over the legal limit, they almost have alcohol poisoning because they said at one drink, I'm not going to have another one. Know what they do? They go on forever. Not saying that's what always happens. Yeah, but it's like none of that they're together. They must be chained together. And that's what happened. And to top it all off, Eggman has tied Fiona and Tails, as well as Tails' own tails, and handcuffed them. Which, like, in reality wouldn't make sense because tails are not made of bones, they're made of hair. But in the Sonic world, doesn't really matter. Like, logic's been screwed up the rear. Why does anyone care? Gotta check the. Yeah, I'll see you in part 3.5.